A part of me died. A part of me died. My baby, who was completely normal, who spoke, who looked at me when I spoke to him, lost it all. He lost the ability to speak. He stopped responding to me when I'd call his name and ask for his attention. He became so sick. He had severe and significant behavioral challenge. My son would bang his head on the floor over and over and cry for hours. He was sick. And I had to do what I had to do to help him. So I went aggressively. I said, you know what? We're going to fix this. Because this will not be your story, Alexander. This will not be your story, Alexander. So, Mommy started doing what doctors and professionals started to recommend to do. And so I did that. After 2.5 years of doing the same thing over and over again, and not seeing anything come out of it, what do you call that, guys?
Insanity.
Insanity, right. So I said, that's it. We're done. Thank you, doctors, for your services. I'm going off now. And so that's exactly what I did. And I started to look into non-traditional things to help my son, to give him a better quality of life. Because like I said, this will not be our story. Well, Alexander, after doing that over and over, we changed over, we started to do non-traditional things. I started to see some gains. Enough for me to keep going, to try the next thing, to try the next thing. And many of you that are here might know my story where we traveled internationally, not once, but twice for stem cell injections. And if you know anything about stem cell injections, my friends, they are not cheap. And it's not a one-shot deal. You're going back once, twice a year. Well, I believe in life, even when you don't have it. When there's a will,
there's a way.
There's a way. And this mother wasn't stopping. Because doctors told me, after, trying all the things that I tried, doctor, what do you think? Give me, what do you think? Maybe he'll start talking in a year. Basically, the doctor said to me, Olga, and I shared this last time, your son will most likely be institutionalized. And your son, get over the fact about him speaking. It's never going to happen. So you know what? You know me. I'm a believer in a prayer. And I'm praying up to God. Because I know that he's got his hands on my son. He will speak one day. Because guess what? After 2 years of using this patch, my son learned how to ride a bike. He learned how to swing on a swing. He rides a scooter. He's now, guess what? This is what I love to tell everybody. He is now starting to say words. My son could not travel on an airplane. We just came back from Mallorca, Spain this summer. He traveled 8 hours there, 9 hours back. My son sits at dinner, my son jumps in the pool, he plays with other kids, and now he has words coming out of his mouth. But I want to share something with you because a lot of you know my son's story. But I want you to know one little piece about me. I was in a place where I didn't believe in myself. I was in an ugly, dark place, and I don't share that with a lot of people because people, you know what? Look where my life is now. Why do we gotta go backwards? But my story made me who I am today. And I had to learn how to believe in myself. And I remember sitting in these seats where you guys are all sitting right now, and I thought to myself, I'd never be able to stand over here. And I'm not standing here to be seen. I am standing here to be heard. Because we have a lot of people to help. And we've got to all come together and start spreading that message. So like I said before, X39 is the game changer. Thank you.
Guys, let me tell you, I remember that day, that phone call that everybody here had that phone call. Our dear sponsors, Mike and Saeed Hernandez, which there's always one person that you know is going to change the trajectory of your life. Okay? He called her or called us. And we thought he was out of his mind, okay? That a patch was gonna help Alex. Guys, let me tell you something. There's gonna be one decision, and my wife did not want to do this ever again. But when she saw what happened to Alex, I said, we gotta do it one more time. Because we were blessed, and we had to become a blessing, okay? And we had blessed people all around the world with this one patch. Not only physically, but financially. People are hurting out there, folks. Hurting out there. We can pinch every day we wake up before our feet hit the ground. We thank God where we are today because of Stephen Gina, Mike Sayer Hernandez, hope givers. And that's what they are, hope givers. Guys, let me just tell you one thing only. What's important and the biggest asset of your team is your team. Okay? That is your biggest asset because one thing that we talk about is going down in the roots. Okay? Now when you go down in the roots, oftentimes people build on the surface. The magic happens in the roots, my friends. Okay? Because guess what? We were in the roots. Okay? And we stand here today because of this conference, because we believed. And it took 17 years to get to where we were today because of one belief. When Steve and Gina came and she said, and they came in New York in our prior company, they said, we gotta find a room, but we can't find a room. And I jokingly said, well, there's a racetrack over there. And Gina goes, well, let's go. I thought she took my bluff. And she went. And then she put her card on the table with no doubt because she believed in us. Wow. That we will pack this room. Do you remember that? Because in the same way she believes in everybody here, they put their credit card on the table. Woo! They didn't have to do it. But they did it because they believe in each and every one of us. Okay? And that's why we're here today. But let me tell you something. The difference that comes into this business is that one more text. Is that one more patch that you share. Is that one more relationship. Is that one more phone call. Where you're going to find that person in the roots. Because more often than time, people just sit there parking, not knowing what to do. Can anybody relate? They just